She doesn't belong on that throne. The words cut through the royal court like a blade. Laughter folded quit. Cruel. Confident. A 6-year-old girl sat frozen beneath a crown, too heavy for her head. One noble stepped forward, his voice louder now. Sweden needs a king, not a child. Eyes turned. Whispers spread. No one defended her. But then, she slowly lifted her gaze. Calm. And shaken. And in that moment, something felt wrong. Because this wasn't fear. This was something far more dangerous. The court dismissed her. The corridors didn't. She fell. She's just a puppet. Every step she took echoed with judgment. Servants avoided her eyes. Advisors spoke around her, not to her. She wasn't treated like a queen. She was treated like a mistake, but she didn't react. She listened. Subscribe to Historax, because stories like this don't just reveal history. They expose power in its rawest form. And Christina, she was about to turn silence into control. Days passed, and the isolation deepened. Meetings were held without her. Decisions made above her. At dinner, conversations died when she entered. Even the crown on her head felt like a reminder she wasn't in control. Yet, but what no one noticed was how still she had become. No tears, no anger, just observation. Every insult stored, every mistake remembered. And slowly, something began to change. One afternoon, an advisor leaned in close. Your Majesty, these matters are too complex for you. Leave them to us. The room nodded. Agreement spread like quiet approval. Christina didn't argue. She didn't react. She just looked at him, longer than expected. And for a second, he hesitated. Something in her gaze unsettled him. Because, for the first time, she wasn't listening. She was measuring. Behind closed doors, the laughter grew louder. Nobles joked about the child queen, mocking her silence, her presence, her existence. Every bow felt fake. Every smile rehearsed, but Christina didn't fight back. She did something worse. She started asking questions. At first simple, then precise. Questions about alliances, power, history, and suddenly, the room shifted, because this wasn't curiosity anymore. This was understanding. While the castle slept, Christina stayed awake. Candlelight flickered over pages of philosophy, science, language, books far beyond her years, and yet she absorbed them effortlessly. No praise, no guidance, just silence. And growth. Power isn't given, it's taken. Quietly, slowly. Until one day, no one can take it back. And Christina, she was getting closer. Weeks later, she spoke in council. At first, they ignored her. Then they interrupted her. Then, they stopped. Because she wasn't speaking like a child anymore. She was dissecting arguments, exposing flaws, asking questions no one in that room could answer. A noble shifted uncomfortably. Another avoided eye contact. A heated council meeting exploded into chaos. Voices clashed, accusations flew. And don't say again, this is not a matter for a child. The room fell silent. Every eye turned to her. This was the moment. The moment they expected her to stay quiet, but she didn't. She leaned forward, calm, focused, unshaken. And when she spoke, the room froze. Her voice wasn't loud. It didn't need to be. She dismantled every argument, one by one, exposing contradictions. Then she offered a solution. Simple, precise, undeniable. No one spoke. No one moved. They hadn't been controlling her. They had been underestimating her. And that mistake, it was already too late to fix. The silence that followed wasn't normal. It was heavy, uncomfortable. The kind of silence that forces people to rethink everything. This wasn't a child learning to rule. This was a ruler revealing herself. Word spread across Europe. Sweden's young queen wasn't weak. She was different. Scholars became curious. Philosophers took notice. And one by one, they came. Her court began to fill with minds, not just titles. Conversations changed. Depth replaced arrogance. And at the center of it all stood Christina.com/controlled. Untouchable. The same nobles who once laughed now chose their words carefully. The same advisors who dismissed her now waited for her approval. No confrontation, no revenge, just quiet dominance. And somehow that made it worse. And then, at the peak of her power, she did something no one expected. She stepped back from the throne, not because she lost it, but because she chose to leave it. The announcement shook Europe. The queen would abdicate. Why would someone fight so hard? Only to walk away. But Christina wasn't chasing power anymore. She had already mastered it. No one stopped her. No one could. Because deep down, they knew they had never controlled her. They had only underestimated her. And now, they were witnessing the cost of that mistake. As she walked away from the palace, the weight of the crown disappeared, but her presence didn't. Real power doesn't come from where you sit. It comes from who you become. The world began to see her differently, not just as a queen, but as something rare. A mind, a force. Christina didn't conquer kingdoms. She didn't lead wars. But she did something far more powerful. She redefined what it meant to rule. Because, in the end, the girl they once ignored became the woman they could never forget. Power isn't proven when you hold a throne. It's proven when you can walk away from it and still leave the world in silence.